Hello, hello. I can't believe it. It's day 7. It's day 7 of our Millionaire Marketing Makeover. It's our last day, and no worries, you don't have to fret. I am going to still be here in the groups, and I'm still going to be going live, and I'll still be hosting tips and tricks. So be sure that you are dropping into the group to check out those trainings as well. But today we're talking about the Million Maker Business Blueprint and looking at what's included in a Million Maker Business Blueprint. Well, I'm not going to go into the whole 10-point business plan because most of us coaches find that extremely boring. and and that's just not the best way to approach it for how our hearts and minds work. So I have approached in how to create your business blueprint in a little bit more of a feminine energy. So let's talk about the Million Maker Business Blueprint. I created this to give you all a little visual of what we're doing, and I realized I didn't do it in the PowerPoint slides. I just did it in images, so I'll have to scroll through it for you. It happens. All right. So the Million Maker Business Blueprint is about birthing your business in 9 months. So it takes 9 months to create a human. And however, in our business blueprint, we're going to be testing things out. So, unfortunately, when you get a baby, you haven't had a test run. You don't get to see them a whole lot because they're in there, and everything's just doing its job, and it's just becoming what it needs to do. But it does take a lot of work, right? For us mamas, like you might be really tired. You've got to eat extra calories. You've got to make sure that you're maintaining your health. And birthing your business is a little bit more hands on. And within this time, we're in an incubator, right? We talked about with the butterfly, we're in our chrysalis. And our incubator is going to be 9 months long, and you're going to be testing it out. And I've designed the program so that you will be having the opportunity, right? Because I can't make any guarantees because it's 50% me, it's 50% you. But you have the opportunity to create your product and start getting sales right away in your business. Right after that first 30 days, we start working on creating a product. And that can be depending on for different people. That can be your high ticket offer, or it can be just a small ticket. And I say that really depends on where you are. And hopefully, you're going to be like, yes, let's do the high ticket because we're going to get in that money mindset with some hypnotherapy first. Because I work in a process where we're working on releasing the old beliefs, healing into the new beliefs. We're attracting what it is that we really want, and then we're creating that prosperity for ourselves. And that awakening your abundance is included within the Million Maker Business Blueprint. The Million Maker Business Blueprint is really about finding that. I've got two screens going. It's really about finding that balance between your feminine energy and your masculine energy. We talked about yesterday how us as coaches, we are very much in our feminine energy and our creating and are wanting to be creative and wanting to have flow and wanting to host people. And sometimes we leave out that masculine energy of the business side. Now, that's not true for everyone. For some of us, we are very much in that masculine energy and we are fearful of expressing our feminine energy. So, whether which boat you are in, we are going to find the balance of the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And this is very true, even within our bodies. As a therapist, I will say if we don't balance that yin and yang, we tend to get high blood pressure, or maybe we don't have enough physical strength or bone strength. Our hormones become out of whack. And so we really want to find that balance not only within our own lives so that we can maintain that energy that we need to keep going within our business and not burning out, but we also need to create this balance so that we can feel good in our business, so that the energy doesn't come off, and that we can create that balance for our own lives. So that way we're not choosing our business now and then we're choosing our life. That way we're not saying, well, I've got to work really, really hard on my business right now, and one day I'll get the life that I love. No, we're going to work on creating the life you love while we're doing it. It's all about this balance. And as we create this balance, I created an image for you so you can see the wheel. And this is just to let you know that we're working on mindset creation, maintaining motivation, the systems, the operations, and the strategy. And we want the flow and we want the structure. So the masculine is more, you think, the vessel, and the feminine is the energy that's flowing. And we need that container to hold our energy. So here we are, we're steering that balance, and we really want to maintain an even state. And it's going to fluctuate a little bit, but we don't want it toppling over and spinning, spinning off. So within our wheel, what we're looking at is within the program itself. Okay, within the program itself. First of all, I'm getting excited, and I need to tone my excitement down. We will start our meetings off, and as we establish these new meetings for this cohort, we're going to be starting our meetings off with a little meditation, just a short, maybe 2 to 5 minute meditation and breathing to get ourselves centered. And then we will have a short lesson, an overview, and then we're going to work through these issues together. And you're going to work on what you're working on, ask questions, get feedback, and we're going to be developing our businesses together. And I don't know about you, but I think that's the biggest thing, the most challenging thing when we're developing our business is we need the feedback. We need the feedback. And we also want the support. We want to have that validation that we're heading in the right direction. And so you'll get that validation from me, the expert, and you're also going to hear that from the group as well. So it's really important that we do this together. By doing it together, by doing it in this group, you're going to be getting more than just my expertise. And that's why it's so important for us to have this community. So within the Million Maker Business Blueprint group itself, we can share what we're creating on. We're creating. We can say, hey, check this out. We can exchange services for testimonials. Like, it's so important that we have a community that we're building our business within and exchanging ideas and saying what has worked and what hasn't worked, and getting that feedback. So we really are working within each session to balance the feminine and masculine energy as well, with starting with tapping in, such as meditation itself, like holding that space is masculine. And a lot of us really enjoy the visualization meditations or a guided meditation or a more emotional meditation because, again, we are typically craving this nourishing feminine energy. And so I have additional resources that we're going to be utilizing at an energetic level to be balancing our feminine and masculine, as well as in our business to balance it. So there's within ourselves and then there's within our business. Now, we ourselves are not our business, but we're holding the container for our own businesses. Therefore, how we are showing up is very vital for our business. So things that we'll be going over, and I'm going to try to zoom into this so you can see it a little better. Here we go. So awakening abundance, and you can see in the tan golden area is our more feminine qualities: branding, messaging, creating your product. I'm going to teach you how to create a digital product within 30 days, or what I say, by next month. We're going to do it by next month. High ticket offer. I'm going to go through how to do that. And for those who are getting the bonus, not only will we do it in the group, but I will give you a 2-hour, and you can win this or you can get it as a bonus, a 2-hour one-on-one session to create your high ticket offer. So there's the group session, and then you can have this additional session. We're going to work on your vision and mission, and we're going to continue to tap into that and how we radiate that. And then we're also going to be talking about how do we maintain our own energy and our own motivation. So we do a monthly book study among other activities. All right. And then what about the other side? This is probably the side where you're like, this is the part that sounds a little scary for all of us that are hanging over in the feminine, where you're like, ooh, all that feminine stuff sounds great. On the masculine side, we're talking about funnels and webinar, project and quarterly planning. And we're looking on posting with purpose. So that's that social media strategy. Then we're looking at how do we create this automation and operations to simplify our business. And that will go into 2 sections. That'll also flow into how are we creating a team. And by putting those operations into place will help us with creating a team. And, when we're looking at that vision and mission over in the feminine side, we're saying, like, what is it that you really love to do in your business? And what is it that you hope to hand off to someone else? And so we will plan for that. And then we're going to talk about how do we build growth within our company? How are we going to scale? Like, this is our phase 1, this is our phase 2, and then this is our phase 3, where we're making $1 million in our business and we're doing just what we love. And we want to keep expanding our business because a millionaire mindset is thinking about how they're going to get to their billion. So within, let's say, a meditation where we're visualizing our higher self, we're visualizing the version of us that is making $1 million in their business, we're going to say, okay, now visualize that you're them and you're in that meditation with that version of you. But what is that version of you sitting in meditation, visualizing about for their billion? So instead of just limiting ourselves again, let's create that even bigger. And for some of us, that might sound a little scary. We're like, I don't know, I have a lot of issues with money and I don't know how that feels for me. That's okay, because we're going to do a hypnotherapy session and we're going to work on your money mindset, and we're going to keep working on your money mindset throughout this program because it is a necessity. It is a necessity because your relationship with money and these little aspects are going to keep coming up. And again, I'm going to give you an additional course, Awakening Abundance, that you get to work on. And for some of us, we might need to work on that more, and for some of us less. And guess what? All of this, even though the program is 9 months, you can keep going through these and keep up leveling. It's a circle for a reason. Okay. Because as we work on our life, we're going to keep coming around to this, and we need to keep checking in until we get to that core, which is the perfect version. And even then, we still have to maintain. And it takes a while. For some of us, this journey, they're very fine, and it takes a long time. Like, you see all of these spirals here with inside of it, like the rings of a tree. Right? We get more and more rings on a tree the older the tree gets. So within the Million Acre Business Blueprint, again, you can look at this. I can even send you this image, okay? So that these are the things you have to work on. And why do I feel comfortable giving you all of these items that you need to work on? Because if you go out into the world and you search, I'm going to search for all the freebies and I'm going to work on these areas in my business and I'm going to get freebies to do it. You're just collecting pieces of the puzzle, because in all reality, for a holistic business, and that's what I teach, is the balanced holistic business, these are not really isolated, but I have to isolate them for the human mind to see what we're doing. But these are just a part of a whole circle. And so the vision and mission is also in everything. Your high ticket offer should be, hopefully your core offer is in with everything. How you create a product is how you create everything. How your branding and messaging is happening and the skills you're going to learn to develop that is within everything. So these all can function independently. Yes, and that's how these freebies can be done. But to really make your business function as a whole and not to have a hole in your tire or in your wheel, we need all of it. And yes, when I'm teaching you, it's going to feel a little bit, I told Heather this last time, like it's going to feel a little bit like you're cleaning out your kitchen. And when you clean out your kitchen, what happens? Well, you start with the cabinets and you're pulling everything out and it becomes a little bit of a mess and it feels a little crazy. But then we take what we want and we put them back in the cabinets and we get rid of what we don't need. And then we're cleaning up the counters and it begins to become into chaos and we begin to have, or begins to lessen chaos. And we begin to have exactly what we want and we're setting ourselves up for success. And it's going to feel a little overwhelming in the beginning, but it's because you're going to learn a lot and it's all going to start making sense. And you need someone to reassure you that, to say like, okay, but let's talk about the wins. Let's celebrate the wins today. Let's say, okay, with your mindset and how this is working in your mind, let's try it this way instead. It's never this just black and white. It's always tons of shades of gray, or it's just the rainbow at all times. I love talking about the chakras and our inner rainbow. And you're going to get to hear me talk about a lot of things in mindset and how we think things and how we perceive things, because how our perception is everything. So we might need to change our perception of how we view a high ticket offer. We might need to change our perception of how we create a digital product. We might need to change our perception of branding and messaging. And so you can see like the Million Maker or the Millionaire Marketing Makeover is primarily within this golden section. And we have a little bit of blue. But really, it's where our mindset is that this will teeter and totter, and our blue might start to take over on the top, and then our gold might. So within the Million Maker Business Blueprint, the big underlining strategy is how are we balancing this duality within us? How are we working on, here we go, our flow versus our structure? And how do we create that balance within our lives? And one of those things that we're going to do is talking about quarterly planning and project planning. And it actually becomes fun, in my opinion. It becomes fun. And there's a little bit of an adjustment. And your inner child or your ego wanting to stay in comfort zone is going to fight a little bit. And that's where you might need a new perspective. You might need to see how these things really go into place. And I really hope to teach you not only how to find, where's my mouse? How to find the balance within our business, but to find it within our everyday lives as well. Because what we do 80% of the time is we're doing 80% of the time. So what we're doing 80% of today is generally what we're doing 80% of the week in general. So we have someone who says, I say the leader for me, fear of expression, but we're yearning to. That's a mindset. We all innately want to express ourselves. We all innately have these gifts that are on our minds. That is our love. That's our expression of love. Okay. That is a space of love. Fear is what tells us not to. Fear is what keeps us small. Love is ever expanding. The universe is love. Society tends to be fear. So society is the one that gives us the fear-based beliefs. The universe or God is what gives us the love beliefs and places those on our hearts. And so we have to choose, what are we giving into? What are we giving power to? Are we giving power to fear? Are we giving power to love? And I love religions and I love philosophy, and I truly believe that most religions and most philosophies refer to angels and demons, or refer to, God and the devil, in showing this polarity. And what they fundamentally come down to within our minds and within our body is love and fear. And what are you going to let win? Are you going to let love win, or are you going to let fear win? Are you going to make an impact in the world, or are you going to make yourself small and allow fear to win? There is so much pain and suffering in this world, right? This is why us coaches are coaches. There is so much pain and suffering in this world. And our hope as coaches is for people to see the possibilities, to help people come back into love, for people to feel empowered, for people to live their best lives. But if we are not doing that ourselves, how can we expect our future and potential clients to do that as well? We're asking them to overcome fear and make a jump. And if we ourselves are not trying to overcome that fear and make the jump of being there to support them, then how can we ask them to make that fear and make that jump and come into our program, our containers, in order to help them improve their lives? We have to improve our lives in order to be the leader, in order to set the example, in order to take action and lead by action, so that we can ask them to do something the same, to do something similar. As a business coach, I realized, how can I ask people to sign up for my program if I'm not valuing the system of programs and signing up for someone else's program? What fears and objections could people potentially have for joining mine? And how can I lead by example and join a program as well to overcome those objections in myself? I'm asking you all to overcome those objections. So I have to work on overcoming them. And I will tell you, the biggest thing that I found for myself, I was thinking about money. And I was messaging someone today, I hope you're watching, that she was asking about prices and how to set her prices. And I so remember being in this space a few years ago, where I was so concerned about what my price per hour should be and how I should price and package up products. And I was so focused on the price and pricing based on what was in the package that I lost sight of the bigger picture. I lost sight of the bigger picture. And what I had lost sight of was the transformation. This is a human to human thing. They're not coming to you for how much they're going to pay, hopefully. Do you want to be known for your price, or do you want to be known for the transformation that you can offer? Do you want to be known for your price? Type this out. Do you want to be known for your price or your transformation that you offer? It's that simple. What do you want to be known for? Because if you want to be known for your price, right? We want to be known for our transformation. If we want to be known for our price, that's a scary market to be in. Because if you're known for your price, then everyone's just competing on prices. What if I want Reiki or energy healing done? Am I going to be searching for whoever has the best price? Because I'm going to say, oh, all Reiki is equal. No, it's not. I can tell you that for a fact. I've been to quite a few people and it is not all equal. And it's like, oh, I'll spend $50 on a person. And it's like, that was not good. That was a waste of $50 versus I would rather go and spend 150 on someone who's going to do something amazing. Or better yet, what is it that I'm trying to accomplish? What blocks am I trying to do? And I'm just using Reiki as an example. What blocks am I trying to overcome? And this person's going to go, okay, great. I feel your energy. I understand. We need 3 months. We're going to do 12 Reiki sessions. We're going to do 2 cord cutting sessions. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. And we're going to get you exactly where you need to be. And you're going to feel amazing. And you're going to have this amazing transformation. And this is what life's going to look like. And am I going to sign up for that? Or am I going to go, well, how much is it? I'm not going to do it if it costs too much. Or am I going to say, yes, I want that? Is there a payment plan? Or I'm going to say, yes, let's do it. Let's figure this out. We will figure out a way to make it happen. I don't know about you all, but you know, when you've been in a pickle and somehow it just always ends up working out, where you need something or you want something and suddenly the money just turns up. How many times have we had this happen? It happens. It's happened a lot. And what happens is we finally stop worrying and we just trust. We get into a space of love. Because being in a space of worry, right? Normally we worry until we're worried out and we're just like, I give up. There's no answer. I give up. Okay, I just turn it over. I'm just going to say a prayer or whatever it might be. And it's going to have to work out because I've done everything I can possibly strategize. And as soon as you turn it over, as soon as you fully trust, suddenly it all works out. I found myself in this space. I'm not going to lie. I'll be completely honest with you all. So I found myself in a space last week where I got a new coach at a scary level of coaching. And I thought this month, well, maybe, you know, I'm not going to have the money to pay her this next month. I'm going to have to figure out how I can call her and and I said, wait a minute. I am spending time strategizing how I can not pay money rather than spending the time and energy strategizing how I can pay it, how I can up level in my business one more time to the next level, how I can, yeah, where do I want to put my energy? Do I want to put my energy in resistance or do I want to put my energy in growth? I don't know about you all, but how much time do we spend worrying? How much time do we spend thinking of all the negative? Thinking about how we're scared, thinking about fear? And what if we took that time and effort and energy and started transforming it over to this side where we're going, okay, I'm putting all that energy into, I can do this. I'm just not going to spend it here. I'm going to spend it over here instead. And those little fears keep popping into my mind still, but I'm getting better at catching them, just like meditation. I'm getting better at catching them and going, whoo, no, I'm not putting my energy over there. Let's bring it over to the side. Let's put it over here. What's something I can do right now that will contribute? We're always up leveling. We have to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. Many self-development coaches will tell you that your comfort zone is the most dangerous place to be. Why? Because when you're at rock bottom, you got nothing else to lose. You will put in a ton of effort. That fire will light. When you're at the top, you're feeling good and you're wanting to keep going. But when you're in the comfort zone, this is when you do nothing and you stagnate, and slowly, like quicksand, you're sinking down to the bottom while everyone else is rising up. And before you know it, you look around and you're like, wait a minute, how did I get here? And then you're just like trying to figure out how you got there. And you're spending all this time and energy just like, how did I get here? But we can maintain, which I say energetic hygiene, business hygiene, right? That wheel I showed you. We don't just stay in one spot. We keep going. We keep going. And this is why quarterly planning is so important. It's like, okay, this quarter is divided into 12 weeks. And during this 12 weeks, week 1, I'm going to be working on this. Okay, I need to check back in with this. And in 20 weeks, I'm going to put that on that week in 20 weeks. And now I no longer have to think about it. It's no longer taking up my brain space. It's already planned. It's already there. There is power in structure. Just as much as there is power in your energy, your vision, your creativity. We need this inner dance happening. And so I'm really excited. I was discussing with my coach, one of my coaches last night, that I am getting ready to do a full rebrand for my business. And I'm in my brain thinking and daydreaming, and I'm allowing myself to play with recognizing how much I'm in masculine and how much I'm in feminine, and making sure I have a good balance, because it's really hard to be fully in feminine and then transfer into masculine. And I'm going to teach you this, and this is why quarterly planning is perfect, because we need to batch all of our feminine stuff. We don't need to be doing, I've got 5 feminine tasks and then I'm going to do 2 masculine tasks. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. But it's like, on Tuesdays, I'm getting into my feminine creative space, and these are the things I'm going to do on Tuesday. Or this is what I'm going to work on this week. And then next week, I will work on my masculine stuff. So we'll do what feels good for you. I'm going to show you a couple options, because we can't just keep going from feminine energy to masculine energy. It gets really, really exhausting. And that is one of the biggest reasons for burnout. It really is. And there's a lot of VAs out there that can hold that masculine energy for you, so that you can spend more time in your feminine energy if that's what you want. However, in order to manage that happening, you cannot just give all of that to them when you are the vision holder. It doesn't work that way. You have to be the vision holder to set up the operations, and you can do that with them. You're going to pay a little extra, but it's a possibility to set that up with them so they can do that. Or you can say, okay, I've developed it. I've tapped into that energy. You can perfect it a little bit if you'd like, but here's what we need to do. And I'm going to hand that over to you. Masculine tasks are more repeatable. We think about a male warrior. They're all training in the same format, right? We think more of the military. They're very repeatable processes. They're all like little carbon copies of each other. Versus in the feminine energy, like no one's the same. No one's the same. We can all be doing the same operations. And in our feminine energy, none of it looks exactly the same. Someone's got purple, someone's got pink, someone's metaphors. So this is all about the duality as much as learning. So we're including things like we're going to be on Voxer and we're going to have a chat going on there. And that's where you can voice. It's very similar to Facebook Messenger. But I will say it's a lot easier when you have a specific platform when you're talking to each other. And we can have different groups set up for different modules, and it won't get mixed in with all of your other Facebook stuff. Your learning platform should be separate from your Facebook platform for a lot of things. Like if you're managing all of your prospects, and we'll get into this if you don't know what that means, managing all your prospects on Facebook, then your learning is isolated over to Voxer, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to talk to your coaches versus talk to your prospects. So lead generation is a big factor. And we talked about, we'll be going over all the things that we mentioned within your 10 factors, 10 requirements that we mentioned. And if you need that PDF, let me know. If you want this image of what all we're doing within the MMBB program, let me know. I'll send it to you. And thank you all for joining. I guess this next portion, I'd like to tell you how you can join if you'd like to stay on, if you're interested. So to join the MMBB is really simple. You're going to schedule a chat with me at calendly.com/IzzyNally. You can jump on there and you can ask me questions. You do not have to say, I'm scheduling a call, which means I'm signing up. You can jump on there and we can chat. And I am one, I'm never going to pressure you. And anybody that's had a strategy call with me is they normally go, okay, so I guess we've covered a lot. And they wait and they're like, so how do I work with you? I normally let you bring it up. Because I'm not into pushy sales. I'm into strategy and solution selling, which is what I teach. That if you really like me and you want to work with me, you're going to ask me, how can I work with you? And if you really, really want what I have, you're going to be willing to make that jump. And you're going to say, I really, really want to do this. This is what I think I can afford right now. And I'm going to tell you to push a little bit to a scary button so that you can push yourself. We don't want to be in our comfort zone, because when we're in our comfort zone, we're not going to try to up level, right? Like I want you to be at that level where I'm at right now, where I'm going, okay, I can do this. And I have to start thinking, creating, going, how am I going to up level right now? Although my coaches have given me all the tools, and I have to ask myself, what am I avoiding that they've told me to do? Why am I avoiding it? And I can talk to them about those things. And you can talk to me about those things. And we will talk about those things. But I ask you, the biggest thing and today's homework is, what are you choosing? Love or fear? What do you want to be choosing? Are you choosing to live in the energy of love, or are you choosing to live in the energy of fear? Where are you giving most of your worry, doubt, where are you giving most of your energy to? Are you giving it to the fear, or are you giving it to the growth and the love and the sharing your gift to make the world a better place? Or are you over here hiding because you're living in fear and people are still suffering because you haven't shown up to give your gift? Imagine if we all showed up and gave our gifts. We all showed up at our highest potential. This world would elevate really quickly. It would be pretty darn amazing. And so I don't know about you, but I'm ready for this world to up level. I'm ready to live in a world of up leveled humans. I'm ready to see less people suffering in their pain and in their fear. And so I hope that we can work together. And if you're curious about working together and you have any questions, or if you would like to jump on a call, I'm going to put this up here. If you would like to jump on a call and let's just map out your steps to a million. Ton of value. Ton of value. Literally, we will just map out your steps. We'll jump on a call together. And in 45 minutes, we will map out the big key steps that you need to take in your business to get to a million. Does that sound like a deal? So go to calendly.com/IzzyNally and schedule. I keep knocking this and schedule yourself a million maker strategy call. And if you want to work with me, then you can ask me, how do I work with you? And we will start working together. Now, when does the Million Maker Business Blueprint start? We are starting in the second week of June. And the reason why is because I'm going on vacation. I'm going on vacation for a few days. So we will be starting on the second week of June, and we will be working together on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I'm planning on working on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays with you. And of course, when you are in the MMBB program, you can message me anytime. Message anytime on Voxer for members. It disappeared. Message anytime on Voxer. Weird, but it's okay. All right. So you all let me know if you have any questions here in the comments, and I am more than happy to answer them. I am a real person. I am a human. You are a real person. You are a human. There is no need to be scared of each other and give fear more power. Let's just work in a space of love and helping each other and helping us all live our own best lives with these beautiful energy exchanges and getting to know each other. We will become friends. I can almost guarantee it. Like attracts like. So we're all going to be of similar energies and we're all just going to be here to support each other and love each other. And yes, we have to up level, which means we have to enter a little bit of a scary place and we're going to grow because that's what I believe. I believe our human nature, our human design is to keep up leveling, to be born on this earth, to show up with our gifts. And as society imprints on us, it is our job to keep holding that space of love and then to shed those layers so that we can radiate our pure bliss self rather than functioning from our outer shell that we've developed. Let's work from our inner light. Thank you all so much for joining me. Be sure to check out the homework number 7, which is going to be, are you living in fear or love? And I'm going to be announcing the winner of the 2-hour high ticket offer session next Wednesday. I believe that's the 25th, if I remember correctly. Yes, the 25th. So we will have the winner announced on 5/25. So the winner of a 2-hour high ticket offer. How do you win? You win by answering all the homework, by attending all the lives, and then you're also going to tell me all the juiciness that you've learned during these 7 days. Give me a little review, a shout out, and share it. And then you're entered to win. That's simple. That's simple. All right. Thank you all so much for attending the 7-day webinar. I cannot believe it's already day 7. And so we went through a little run through. If you're just now watching, catch the replay of this, and then make sure that you've gone in and you've watched all the videos, you've commented or liked. Let me know that you're watching them. Comment on the homeworks, and then just let me know how you liked this full millionaire marketing makeover. Share it out, and you get a chance to win a 2-hour high ticket offer crafting session with me. And anyone that's done it with me will tell you we get a lot done in 2 hours. It's practically all ironed out, ready to go. All you have to do is create the PDF or however you want to put it out there. And you're good to go. We even talk about how to market it, what topics to be talking about. We market it, we line it all out. we just brain splurge and then reorganize and package it up, and it's ready to go. It's pretty awesome. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining. Be sure to say hi. Be sure to ask any questions. And I look forward to talking to you all on a strategy call. Please, Millionaire Marketing Strategy Call. We map out the steps you need to get yourself to $1 million. All right.